So I just got a package in the mail, and I think it's the phone that I ordered for work. But let's unbox it right now. Okay. Ooh, that was so satisfying. All right, so I've unboxed this Pixel that they sent me. This looks like Inception, this is crazy. But anyways, I ordered this phone because I want to have my work email and messages on here instead of my personal phone. And I will admit, it does seem a little bit annoying to have to carry two phones around during the workday. And it is my first time having a separate phone for work emails. But I figured that I would just try it out, see how it goes, and if I don't like it, then I can always switch back to just using my personal phone. So what I'm working on today is actually looking through a financial model from the last year, because what we're going to have to do is eventually project next year's revenue. And so I've just been taking the time to familiarize myself with the way that it was built last year. And this requires speaking with some of the internal finance teams as well. But overall, it's not been too difficult. I just really want to make sure that I have a good understanding of this since I'm coming in fresh.
Search go now.
Is there like a specific set of criteria that we're looking at to define this quality?
3 hours later.
Yeah, if you could just give me a quick background on yourself, that would be super helpful. Just got off a call with someone working in investment banking who was thinking about making an exit. By the way, if you guys ever want to talk or ask me any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I can't promise to get back because I get so many emails and messages every single day, but I do try my hardest to get back to as many people as I possibly can, because me making these YouTube videos is really helpful, but I can't give as personalized advice as I can to someone over the phone after I've heard like their entire situation and all the context behind their background. And although it is super time consuming, I do find that having these conversations almost serves as like my own form of market research, because I'm better able to really understand who my audience is, what problems that you guys face, and in turn, make videos that hopefully help you solve those problems. But yeah, feel free to drop me a message or shoot me an email, and I will try my best to get back to you. All right, so I know if you're interviewing for consulting right now, it's like pretty much peak application/interview season. And so I just want to share one really helpful tip that can help you come up with frameworks really easily for your cases. And that is the idea of opposites. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so ideally when you're prepping for case interviews, you want to be able to come up with frameworks that are not even related to business. And so today we're going to take a really common problem that people face, which is why isn't she texting back? And I've laid out this entire framework here, which I'll talk through in a second, but essentially to walk you through it, when I think about why she isn't texting me back, there's broadly speaking two things that could happen here. One is she's angry at me, or two is she's not angry at me. And so you can see how this is already messy because this encompasses the entire universe of possibilities here. She's either going to be angry and so she's not going to text you back because of that, or she's not going to text you back, but not because she's angry. It's going to be for some other reason. Hey guys, Editing Matt here, and watching this back, I realized I did not explain what messy meant. I sort of just assumed that everyone watching the video would know what it is, but for those of you who don't know, messy is simply an acronym that stands for mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive. And the reason why it's important is because for any kind of case interview that you do, whether it be for consulting or some other role, you always want your frameworks to be messy. And mutually exclusive simply means that all of the topics in your framework should not have any kind of overlap. And so if you think about like a Venn diagram, mutually exclusive means that the circles don't have any kind of overlap. Now, collectively exhaustive is a little bit more intuitive, and it simply means that all of the topics in your framework should represent the entire universe of possibilities, because the last thing you want is for your framework to be not collectively exhaustive and for you to accidentally miss out on something that might be the key to the case. But anyways, I hope that this makes sense, and now I will hand it back over to myself. And so talking through the angry bucket, here we can also again use the opposites concept, and we can split it into either we did something or we failed to do something. In other words, to give you some examples, we spilled chocolate milk on her, or you said, I don't want to go to brunch, or under failed to do something, you didn't get her flowers before your date, or you forgot to tell her that she's beautiful when she was trying on that new dress. So you can see here that again, this remains messy up until this level. And then the blue text is just some examples of ideas that you could think through. But the bottom line is, in a case interview scenario, you want to keep the framework as messy as possible until the lowest level, which is where you start brainstorming different possibilities. But moving over to the not angry side, here we can again use the opposites concept to build our framework, which is we could say that, okay, maybe she's not angry, but there's an issue with her phone, which is a tech issue. Or it could be a non-tech issue, right? So any issue that is not related to her phone, but would still cause her to not text us back despite being not angry. So I've also thrown some examples down here, which is, under tech issues, her phone could have died or her phone could have broke. And under non-tech issues, maybe she's busy, probably the most likely scenario, but for some reason the one that your brain almost rarely seems to consider. Or she wants alone time, which is yet another situation where she would not be angry at you, but would still not want to text you back. And finally, a little bit morbid, but just to be fulsome here, maybe she died or she's injured, and therefore she can't physically text you back. Cool, so that's how you use the opposites principle to build messy frameworks. Hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments what you think. Hey guys, so I just wanted to give a quick update on how things have been going. A few weeks have passed in this new job, and honestly, it's been a really great experience so far. And I'm not just saying that for the video, I honestly mean it. I had a lot of anxieties and worries initially about what it was going to be like working with a different manager and on a new team at a different company, but these past couple weeks have gone really well, and everyone on the team is just super, super nice. And I also really like my manager. He's a really great guy, very patient and willing to answer all of my stupid questions, and overall just someone that I can see myself growing under at Google. And so I feel super, super fortunate again to be where I am and really thankful for everything. And I think I'm just gonna really try my best to enjoy this new chapter of my life. I know it's not gonna be all sunshine and rainbows, and there are gonna be hard moments eventually, but I feel very optimistic about the direction that everything is headed. And anyways, if you made it this far, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next one.